What is up, my friends? You are very welcome back after Liverpool have beaten Fulham by 1-0. That goal came from the penalty spot via the left boot of Mohamed Salah. It wasn't a game we're going to remember for years to come, but we ground out the result. I'm going to go through and give you my thoughts on it as always. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. So look, let's have a look at some stats from the game, but before we get stuck into it, a little word from our sponsors. Circl, not only are they the football sweepstakes game where we did have multiple winners today. As you can see, Tony there on the screen won £80 in the last payout of the day, but I cannot talk about Circl without giving you guys a heads up about their brand new game. 5 match millions, match 5 numbers from 5 fixtures to be in with a chance to win £1 million. If you want to play along with us, you do need to be a UK resident, you do need to be aged 18 years or over, and you need to be aware it's a gambling product. If you'd like to have £5 in free bets when you deposit and place your first £5 in bets, use the referral code anfieldagenda, all one word on sign up. Scan that QR code or use the link in the description. Right, let's have a look at some stats from this one. And Liverpool had 3 shots on target, exactly the same as Fulham, 3 shots on target. 9 shots off target for the Reds, 3 for Fulham. 60% possession for Liverpool, 40% for Fulham. 7 corners for the Reds, 5 for Fulham. So look, it was an open game. It had the feeling of an end of season game where there was nothing really on it too much for either team. Fulham were safely tucked away in the middle of the table. Liverpool probably safely tucked away in the Europa League spot. But that being said, we made harder work of it than we should have, and right at the end of the game there, Reed could have snuck an equaliser. Virgil van Dijk did very well to put him off by leaning into him, but we shouldn't have been in that position. So let's go all the way back and start from the starting 11. Was I happy with the 11 that Jurgen Klopp picked? Yeah, no real complaints from me in it. Darwin didn't justify his selection though. There is one thing he did well today, and that's the work for the penalty. The closing down of the centre-back, the getting there before him and winning the penalty. That's brilliant. And I'm sure Jurgen Klopp will be very impressed with that determination and effort. But he did look like a bit of a headless chicken at times today. And again, I'm okay with it because I understand it's still a learning process for Darwin, and we're fortunate that we have Cody Gakpo, that we have Diogo Jota, Mohamed Salah, for the time Bobby Firmino, there to take up the slack, and Lucho, of course, as well. So it's okay. You know, I would have expected him to got himself a goal or two today, put himself about a little bit more. At times, he just looks like he's not switched on and going a bit too early, you know, not paying attention to what his teammates are going to do with the ball as well. And I don't want to knock him too bad because I still feel he'll come good. I do, but it is no surprise to see Klopp going with Gakpo in most of the games, because you can see the difference when Cody Gakpo plays through the centre versus when Darwin plays through the centre. You gave the opportunity today to Kostas Tsimikas as well on the left-hand side, and I don't think he took that opportunity. I thought Kostas was very erratic. And Fulham really seemed in the first half in particular to be aiming at that side. Harry Wilson was getting the better of Costas on a few occasions. Some nice 1-2s as well from Fulham down that right-hand side, our left-hand side. And again, yeah, I don't think Costas did enough to maybe put himself in the manager's thinking for the next game. I fully expect Andy Robertson to come back in. But at the other end, and in a positive sense, I want to say, again, really good performance from Curtis Jones. Really good performance from Trent Alexander-Arnold. But my man of the match today is Mohamed Salah. I thought he was incredible. You know, playing with the freedom and the smile on his face that he is. His work rate today was second to none out there. The amount of times he was tracking back, clearing balls on the edge of our box, and then sprinting up to be at the end of attacks as well as the penalty. You know, straight down the middle. Again, no problems to Mo. Buries it. Yeah, delighted for him. Delighted with him. And for me, he's my man of the match. Fabinho, again, cannot speak about the game without giving him his fair dues. I thought Fabinho has started to get better. You know, I'm still unconvinced if we'll get him back to the levels he'd been at previously. But again, well done to Fabinho today. And we can speak about this game and be fair to Fulham for the performance that they put in without talking about Alisson Becker. 3 times today he saved us. One really big save right-handed. A couple of things in and around the edge of the box as well. We're very indebted to the big man. It's very easy for a keeper to switch off when a team is, you know, commanding possession and doing that. But Alisson never does. And we should be thankful to him today. As well as Virgil van Dijk, a man who's come in for a good bit of criticism from myself and other Liverpool fans for his performances this season. Today, you've seen what Virgil van Dijk is best at, reading the game. Whether it be clearing the ball off the line in the first half from a Fulham opportunity, or right at the end there with the Cordova read where he lent into him, or another one where he cut off the passing channel across the 6-yard box. He's just clever, and that's the best side of Virgil van Dijk. And again today, the centre-back stood up, so well done to him, well done to Ibu. And yeah, look, clean sheet. I'm not going to argue against it. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't a classic, but it was a win. And we're on the roll, and we're putting together some form at the end of the season, which will hopefully send us into next season with confidence. So yeah, look, I'm happy, but it's not a game that's going to live long in the memory, is it? So what do you think today? Anfield Agenda audience, what says you? Who is your man of the match? Because it was a little bit split in our chat between Mohamed Salah and Fabinho. A few words, I suppose, on the changes today as well from Kloppo. Common sense changes for me to see Diaz come off around the 65-minute mark. You know, he is still working his way back. And I was pleasantly surprised to see him starting today, because I did wonder, with such a turnaround, such a short turnaround between two games, the fact that he started the last game as well, and he's coming back from injury, I wondered would he play, but yes, he did, and he played okay, but that's to be expected. You know, the man is coming back from a long time out. Through midfield, Jones, his redemption arc continues to grow. But look, you give credit to Fulham today as well. They're a very easy team on the eye to watch. They have a lot of pace in their team, a lot of technical ability as well in there, and they can be very happy with their season in the Premier League, finishing safely in the middle. Yeah, it's weird. I don't really have too many emotions after this game. Relieved is probably the main one. I suppose you guys are gonna know about the Bellingham stuff as well. So if you want to come and join us, I did do a video earlier on in it. I will be over on Twitch streaming from 10:30 till 11, taking you guys through the latest around Alexis McAllister, Liverpool's pursuit of him, and of course the move that looks like Jude Bellingham will be going to Real Madrid. But for today, this is probably the last game where before Klopp has to answer that FA charge. The Friday is the cut-off point for that one, the one for the comments about Paul Tierney, so we'll wait and see what happens there. But look, how can we complain when we're on a roll like this? We're winning games, and there's nothing wrong with winning ugly, there's nothing wrong with winning without playing your best, and it's a good habit to get into, so I'm pretty okay with that one today. Brentford, I'm expecting a much harder game at the weekend. Manchester City did their job tonight as well. 3-0 victory for them, putting the pressure back on Arsenal. So that is pretty much where we were at, my friends. It is now over to you. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Are you nonplussed? Are you over the moon? Are you relieved? Either way, it is 3 points. It pretty much secures our place in the Europa League now for next season, barring a calamity. And look, all eyes will be on Newcastle at the weekend. They're playing Arsenal. We will play again before Newcastle play, so theoretically there could be, I think, a 3-point gap there, although they would have games in hand. So fingers crossed, maybe we can give them a little wobble at the end of the season. Over to you. Look forward to reading your comments. Much love. Bye bye.